Hello and welcome to the lecture series on monetary economics. In the previous classes, we have seen the skeleton of Indian financial system and the two broader classifications of it. One is called as the formal and the other the informal structure of it or the leg of it. So, in the formal side, we have seen there are 5 different ways in which you can look at the formal side of the Indian financial systems or Indian financial structure, to be very precise. The first is regulators like RBI, then we have Securities and Exchange Board of India, Ministry of Finance and IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Then I taught you the distinction or the sub-classification of financial institutions into banking, and we saw that commercial and cooperative, that distinction also we have seen in the previous lectures. Then we also have seen NBFCs, that is that non-banking sector, which is NBFCs and development banks, and then we move to mutual funds, which are private and public, and then insurance and housing finance. Then I taught you also the sub-classification of financial markets into money market and capital market, and then how how capital market is further. Money market is notional money market, notional NOTIONAL, notional money market, and then capital market into, then again capital market was subdivided. I've given that structure also in the previous class. Let us now today look at the sub classification of financial instruments per se. So financial instruments are broadly sub classified into two different legs or two different pillars. One is called as on the basis of term or time, to be very precise, and the other is on the basis of type. So let us see first on the basis of term or time what is the thing. On the basis of time, what is the thing. So when I look at financial instruments with respect to time or term, I have 3 distinctions between them. First is called as short term. This short term is usually for greater than 1 month to 1 year. Then we have medium term, which is greater than 1 year and less than 10 years, and then we have longer term, which is 10 years plus. So this is how the financial instruments can be classified on the basis of term or time into short term, medium term and longer term. Let us now get into the distinction with respect to type. So now type is further reclassified into primary securities and secondary securities. First, let us look into how primary securities are further reclassified. So these are equities, then preference shares, then debt and innovative instruments. So this is how primary securities are further reclassified. Furthermore, the secondary securities are reclassified or subclassified into time deposits, mutual fund units and insurance policies. Now, this is just a lecture which is giving you the skeleton of the Indian financial system, and also I'm looking only at the formal part of it and not the informal part of it. This is all the formal side of the Indian financial system or the structure of Indian financial system. In the upcoming chapters and lectures, what I'll be talking about is all of these in greater details, like RBI in greater details, what is the structure, what are the functions and things like that, SEBI, Ministry of Finance, IRDA. Then we'll move to banking, commercial bank and cooperative banks, their structure and their further functions and things like that, non-banking institutions, mutual funds and insurance and housing finance. Then we'll move and look into greater details what money market consists of, what capital market consists of, and what are the functions of the same. We'll get into greater details in the upcoming lecture. This is just to give you a sense of how the structure of Indian financial system, to be very precise, the formal side of the financial system looks like. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. Financial services are not further reclassified, therefore I'll not make any video on that. So this is how the formal side of it is reclassified or subclassified. I hope you guys can recollect that in the first lecture, when I talked about the structure of the skeleton of Indian financial system, to be very precise, I have talked about the unorganized side of it, wherein we had money lenders, we had traders, all of that. So the informal side or the informal side or the unorganized side, to be very precise, consists of all of them. So we'll get into greater details with respect to the same in the upcoming lectures and videos. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much.